Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your girl Twala Cole, aka Sister Cole, and I am in the kitchen cooking Sunday's dinner. Okay, so today we're going to have some goat meat, aka mutton, and we're going to have some rice and peas and probably some salad. Okay, but today I'm going to be showing you how to do the goat meat. I need you people to do what? I need you to subscribe to my page. Subscribe. I need you to click the notification button so that you will know when I post. And I need you to share and like and comment and do all that wonderful, beautiful stuff. As you know, I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. And I hope I can reach that goal. If not, I'm just going to push forth. Okay, so this is what I will be using. Look at those beautiful colors. Isn't that beautiful? So here are the ingredients. This is ginger. This is onions, white onions. This right here is a orange pepper. This sweet pepper, that is. This right here is a carrot, one big carrot cut up. Also some white potatoes cut up as well. And this is thyme, all right? So let's get into it. All right, so this is the goat meat. I have already washed it off thoroughly. I used lemon juice, salt, okay? Lemon juice, salt, and vinegar to wash off this meat. You got to make sure that whenever you're working with meat that you wash it off very properly, okay? Okay, I have added the orange sweet pepper, the onions, and the thyme, and some ginger inside of the bowl with the goat meat. As you can see here, I left back some of the ingredients. I definitely did not put the potatoes in or the carrots because that comes in at a later time. I left back some of the pepper, the onions, and the thyme, and the ginger because I will be adding the seasoning to the pot. Okay, I have added my dry seasonings to the pot, and what I used was, I used some garlic, onion powder, Maggie's all-purpose, curry powder, some pepper, and you see the little pimento seeds, or some people know it as whole spice berries, okay? So that is those are my dry seasonings that I have used. Now I do not cook by cups and measurements and all of that stuff, okay? I just kind of know, understand? But notice I have totally covered the meat generously with the seasonings, okay? The pepper, I only did like maybe a couple of pinches of the pepper, 5 or 6 pinches, and that's because, you know, I don't want it to be peppered flavors. I feel like sometimes people overdo the pepper and then your food just tastes like pepper, but no. Okay, so I just put a pinch of that, but everything else is a generous amount because with goat, remember, it's going to have to boil until the meat, gets cooked, cook until the meat is tender. So when you adding water and stuff to your meats, you know that you have to make sure that the seasoning is enough because the water will boil out some of the flavor, okay? Hence is the reason why I left back some of the seasonings because I'm going to add, because remember, I'm going to have to we'll cook it with the water just to get the meat tender. All right, because we don't want what? We do not want no bland food sitting on our plates. Get into it, honey. Now you make sure, remember, this is Sister Cole's kitchen. Now you do it the way you add what you think is appropriate for your family, how much seasoning and stuff that you use. But I'm just giving you a template, but you are going to be creative and you do it the way you like, okay? Okay, so this is the meat once I have mixed up all the seasonings, okay? This is what it looks like. And I mixed it up with my very clean hands because we don't want no dirty hands when we're cooking. So we make sure that we have very clean hands, okay, when we are preparing food, all right? So here's the mutton or the goat meat, and I have already mixed it. This is my good old Dutch pot that I will be using to cook the goat meat. Now, like I told you, this is an iron pot in the South. We call it a nice old iron pot. My husband from Jamaica, they call it a Dutch pot. Either way, you need one of these in your kitchen. Yes, this is an old pot, but guess what? This is the best pot when you are doing your meats. I'm trying to tell you. These little cheap pots they got these days, and I don't do justice to your meats, okay? So yes, honey. Use your get yourself a nice old Dutch pot. And let me tell you, when you go, sometimes you go to the flea market or people, when they doing their yard sales or something like that, sometimes you look up and people have like these Dutch pots and stuff, they sell for little or nothing, especially if you maybe belong to their grandparent or whatever. But please, you need to get yourself a good old Dutch pot. I'm telling you right now. Notice I have put a little oil in the pot. I didn't drown it, but just a little bit of oil. Because the next step is we're browning. We're going to be browning the goat meat, okay? Not cooking it, but just browning it, giving it a little color. Because like I've told y'all 1,000 times, we don't want no pale looking meat looking like it was not cooked, sitting on our plates. So we're going to brown the meat, all right? So I just put a little bit of oil, all right, just to cover the bottom, but not a lot because I don't want excessive oil. Just a little bit just to brown it, okay? Okay, now what I've done is I have put some curry powder inside of the oil, and this is called, what I'm doing is I am burning the curry powder, okay? I'm burning, not literally burning, but just putting the curry powder flavor inside of the oil, okay? Because I want my meat to be very flavorful and curried. All right, so I am burning the curry. I just added some more curry in there. All right, so that's what this step is called. All right, because I want my meat to be flavored to the bone. And that's what's wrong. Sometimes some people don't know how to flavor their food. Okay, but you stick with Sister Cole. She gonna teach you how to flavor some food. Okay, if there's one thing I can do, I make sure my food is flavored. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. Okay, I have added the meat. I have added water to the pot after I had let the meat brown. I've added water because now we need the meat to become soft. So I add my water. All right, now somebody will look at it and say, oh my God, so much water? Yes, because you want your meat to get tender, nice and tender. I'm going to add a piece of silver paper over top of the pot because I want to help my meat to get nice and tender. But notice I left a little crack. Just so some of the air and stuff can release, because if I were to seal it real hard, the water will start bubbling up. Right, so the pot is boiled up. The meat has been on for about 45 minutes to an hour. And now I am going to add the rest of the vegetables to the pot that I had left over, along with the carrots and the potatoes this time. All right, I'm going to add coconut milk to this pot. I'm going to stir the coconut milk. The coconut milk gives the sauce a nice, rich look and flavor, okay? Now, this is a step that everybody may not do, but each one teach one. Don't knock it until you try it. Don't knock it until you try it. All right, so there's the potatoes, the onions, the rest of the ingredients that I had, the thyme, the ginger. I just added it to the pot, okay? And we're gonna mix it around and cover it back up, and then There you have it. There you have your cuddy goat. Your cuddy goat. So we're going to go check it. We'll come back and check it. Okay, this is the curry goat. It is cooked and ready to serve.